Made in Hollywood.
The production designer is responsible for the layout and design of all the sets for an award show. Steve Bass graduated with a degree in architecture from the University of California, Berkeley. Mr. Bass began his career working at Disneyland and has gone on to design productions for the Oscars, American Idol, and the Olympics.
I'm here on location with the People's Choice Awards production designer Steve Bass. We are here behind the scenes with some of the parts from the actual set. They're still building it. We're a few days out, so they're working really hard. There are pieces everywhere. Let's talk about it.
All right, you're right. They are everywhere. In fact, we're looking at maybe one of the least interesting pieces of scenery.
I actually think this is one of the most interesting for me because it has crystals on it, so it looks really pretty.
That's true. You know, what's good about this piece is that it represents sort of the idea of the whole show. And every year the People's Choice really responds to what's happening in popular culture every year. And what we focused on this year was the idea of pixels. You know, we're seeing that a lot in industrial design and fashion, you know, in animation. It's all over the place, but we like to step it up for the People's Choice Awards, so we decided to make it a little bit more glamorous and elegant. And these crystals that you're gonna see here, you see all over the set, and that's our version of pixels.
We're here in the shop. There's so much going on. Everyone's working. It's very loud. Are you supervising all of these guys on a daily basis?
Actually, I don't work here. I work from home at my desk. And so I get to come and make sure that it looks like what I had in my head. But I am here a lot because I like to see what it looks like when it's transferred from 2D into three-dimensional form.
Did you always know that this is what you wanted to do?
I've been designing scenery since I was, I think, 10 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've never had a plan. I just get up every day and just keep designing scenery.
When did you know that you actually wanted to design a stage for an award show?
I don't think anybody ever wants to design an award show, right? It's such a ridiculous thing to do, but I sort of just stumbled into this, and I have to tell you, I absolutely love it. And what's amazing about award shows is it's super fast-paced, which is perfect for me. I can work on multiple shows at the same time, which is different than a lot of other jobs. So if you're ADD and you're thinking about all these different things, it's a really great job. And it's spectacular. You know, all these celebrities come, the whole world is watching. You get to see this idea realized. And then if it's an award show, I just get to leave after the show and I don't even have to see them take it apart. It's like leaving a party at the perfect time.
How did you stumble upon this specific job?
Well, I grew up in Orange County, which is not far from here in Hollywood. And all of my friends used to work at Disneyland, dancing in parades. And I always wanted to work there, but I am not a performer. So I got a job on the Jungle Cruise and ended up working in the design department, designing parades at Disneyland. And after that, went to college, to Berkeley, to study architecture. And then after that, my boss at Disney recommended me to a designer in television named Bob Keane, who was doing the Olympics in Atlanta in 1996, the opening and closing ceremonies. And he was looking for an assistant. And so I left Disney and I started working with him. I met a ton of people working in television, and then it just sort of happened. He did a lot of award shows and I got along really well with a lot of the people he was working with. So just every day is different. It's always a surprise.
Lastly, are there any other personal qualities that you think young people need if they really want to succeed in this industry?
Hollywood and the entertainment industry is like the cream of the crop. It is the best of the best people, right? And you really have to believe in yourself and know you want to do it, and you have to be able to work harder and longer than anybody else. Because the A students, and that doesn't mean A's in school or getting grades, but A's in terms of passion and drive and believing in yourself, those are the people that make it.
Made in Hollywood.